Hello, hello. Hope you can hear me okay. 1, 2. Yeah, have the topics there. We normally not in a specific order. Doing what is it? Well, it's all about biomedical data analytics, mainly EEG, ECG. There is a more recent tool that just got published last week on synthetic EEG, ECG generator. Go check it out, please. Let me know what you think. Yes, we developed the web apps on biocares.com. We test, update, and hopefully can address some of your feedback on it. Still need to make it secure. Might need help with that. Someone actually on LinkedIn told me they can potentially help, so I should sort it. Hopefully, this will be sorted soon. But I think the um, Google doesn't like non-secure websites. Yeah, we had that. I don't know what happened to that empathic epilepsy competition, like Kegel, like competition should have ended by now. I don't know what the scores were or what's the leaderboard is doing. Last time I checked, the leaderboard was not available. Can check that out. Yeah, looking into migrating Labview Matlab into Python for all sorts of reasons, mainly learning Python. And R is another option, but actually, where's the topics? Python. Come on. Ah, then yeah, we're still using Nvidia Broadcast. Working okay most of the time, but yes, as you can, I don't know if you can tell, but I stopped using the eye contact thing. So microphone wise, I do use the noise removal. Seem to work well. I don't know if you can hear any difference. I don't know if you can hear any difference. Echo, yeah, I didn't find that useful. And then the camera, yeah, remove the background again. Performance or quality doesn't seem to make a difference. And I'm actually using, so instead of using the auto eye contact beta, which was, yeah, some mixed results there. I think the beta should be in big capital letters there with all the necessary disclaimers that like do not buy a GPU just for this. I'm using auto frame instead, so this will actually, I have a wide angle camera, so if I, yeah, because I normally move a lot left and right, well, it's not that quick, but if I move slowly outside of the frame, it will correct for it, which is nice. Uh, but there is that. Let's get to main thing. Open Labview and G web development. Yeah, one of the problems with the eye contact thing is that if I look at my other screen, it will try to correct my eyes, and that will look super weird. So, as you know, we develop to make those a bit bigger. Squares have to be, yeah, there's there. Is this what generating the HTML? Oh, by the way, I need to check my stream, don't I? Yeah, last time I had sorts of sound issues and OBS wouldn't wouldn't tell me about it. It would just work okay. The feedback will be good. I actually had a special guest. Go check out that video. But the sound wasn't good. So testing, testing. Yeah, the sound is still weird. I did order Audio Technica microphone. So it should solve those problems, shouldn't it? Back to this. That was the new tool from last week. The new edition. By the way, just some those images have to be the correct size. Some of them I think too big, so the landing page takes too long to load. Some of them are too high of a resolution to redo them, or just, yeah, this one should be fine. Would be the actual, is it 400 by 280. Still, in OBS and here I don't have to go on YouTube as well. But sometimes it can be useful. Because yeah, it's showing me more analytics. I can only see the chat in OBS, but keeps telling me I need to change the video resolution. But just post the. And yes, I was making the live streams shorter, so they not as annoying, not too long. Did the live stream twice. That's what my home YouTube looks like. I did change it a bit. So yeah, go check. But the past live streams. This one. I also put it in another uh, list. But there was a really interesting discussion there with Craig. Go check it out. It's my first guest. Hopefully not the last. Just wanna change this thing. Section. Yeah, there's like too many options to play all sorts of weird things. Now it should appear only once. Yeah, this is better. And also if someone asks, I do have some equipment that I can record the EEG or ECG with. So let me know if interested. I can hook that up. I know people are super interested in in the YouTube analytics thing. Ooh, 666. Not a good number. They did actually 2.5K at the moment views, watch hours. Yeah, since the live streams were getting a lot of views. I just realized that this metric will actually not show the views watching real time. It will show only when someone is watching it after it's being recorded. And yes, please don't forget to subscribe. Where is the window? That's what the it keeps giving me this errors, which I'm sure is actually fine. I think I think because it's low latency, it only lets me do 1080p. Yeah, doesn't support closed caption. Right. So, and I can't change it in the middle. I have to change it on the when starting, before starting. Uh, yeah. What else do we have? Um, yes, we covered the Nvidia Broadcast. There's not much there. OBS, DaVinci Resolve. Yes, and DaVinci, right? DaVinci Resolve. That's where I do the video editing. I have to probably record the sessions as well because I can download the video from YouTube, but it's a lower resolution. But yeah, I don't care much about being able to keep the live streams. They're gonna eventually be shortened or re-recorded, so they could go. And yeah, it's a bit of an intro of what we're trying to do. Um, yes, there are ads now. Now, like disclaimer, there are ads on Biomedical. Um, yes, some of the ads are very. I was trying to clean them up a bit, but then I think I filtered too much of them. Um, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. Well, I mean, this video probably will never be monetized. Just show it in here. Just risk it. Living on edge. Um, yeah, so Autodesk ads, guess cool, not very relevant, but um, I don't know what this one is. It's like a weird one. But anyhow, we need to. So I'm not allowed to click on my own ads. I never do. That's never do it yourself. Right. Gives me actually quite interesting because that's the new tool, the ECG stuff. Uh, it's actually pretty good. Good job, Google. It's funny because yesterday I was one mentioned the name. One of the financial institutions was making a complaint about them, send them an email and stuff. And 2 seconds later, I'm getting their ad on LinkedIn, and it's one where you can actually comment on and everything. So yeah, risky business for the company just to pick up the names from your email account and use it for profiling your, you know, advertisement. But in this case, yeah, this is the new ECG signal generator, yeah, beta release, work in progress that I released yesterday. There's a video dedicated just for this. I'm just testing it at the moment. But interestingly, we have a Melbourne cardiologist, a general interventional cardiology, Dr. James Sapontis, ad, which is very relevant for ECG. And yeah, so another disclaimer, I'm an engineer, scientist. I'm not a clinician. So when I have this thing on the side, there's also a disclaimer on my website saying like this is not for any medical use. Might this one might actually not even be accurate at all. Like when because I don't actually know. I was trying to put there was this Labview build an example that had the numbers. Obviously, they just copy pasted the numbers from another data set, but there was no source, so I couldn't get the source as well. Yeah, these two are the interesting one, the examples of try and pronounce this atrial tachycardia, and obviously in this case the T wave is highly elevated, increase the number of, guess you can see two QRS PQRST complexes in a row, doing 1,000 I think. Feel like three of them. Um, EM noise will vary the distance between them. Actually, this thing that it's refreshing the screen, it's a bit of a bug that we can turn into a feature. Uh, because it's only happening when I scroll through. Only happening when I scroll through this controller. If I just click on it, it will just refresh once as intended. Uh, yes, maybe these controllers are better. Those have too high of a resolution. So every time you scroll, it sends another, it's using the API. By the way, the API would be accessible as well. All this we are doing in-house, all hosted locally on Wurundjeri land. This is the tool in development. This is essentially what you need for calling the API. This is making an API call. You can call it yourself. Use Python or Matlab or anything else to get the data. The data is only the waveform with its delta t, so like the frequency. Well, frequency is 1 over delta t. And get the waveform. The other thing, the API is written in Labview. Just open it. Happy to show it to you as well. Oops. To remember not to switch Windows with switch them with Alt Tab, not with my mouse. Is what the API. Yes, originally it was some Labview example. Couldn't find a like proper reference to it, so it's built-in example. If you have the software installed, you can go help. Was it find examples? Type in ECG. Last time I searched, there was only a couple. Don't remember which one is it. But yeah, we want to also do a peak detector, but there's obviously multiple ways of doing it. Yeah, this too. Yeah, this probably will be. Try this one next. If I change this quite a bit. No, I mean the main structure is the same. It still needs a bit of work. For example, yeah, in this case, I think the why it's using this white noise, a uniform white noise of 90 function with only one sample. Let's wait because we could just use a random number. Right. Yeah, this whole thing could have just been replaced by a random number, 0 to 1, or minus 1 to 1, or whatever. Oops, I'm using the mouse again. Because then the screen is flickery. One sec, just posting again. I already posted once, but that obviously. Uh, Just posting again. Yeah, the live streams a bit random. Eventually, I narrow them down. And with the LinkedIn post, I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I just put it essentially. I remove it when the live stream goes offline. Make some notes in here. Right, so is that well, the main thing about it that cleaning up, why by default is a not view as icon. Normally outputs, I put the label on the right. Electrical voltage data. Ah, no, actually, this one's not used for the API. It's just used for the Labview display. Um, not sure I also need this time delay, but it can't hurt. It definitely definitely helps when you run it in Labview itself. So next we were saying split this to dos. One was different SG components, different waveforms, slash color. So if I, where would that to change this bit here? This is where all the components, essentially what, four of them, the P wave, a delay, QRS, peak, delay, and a T wave are added together. If I split them here into different waveforms, I could then plot them in different colors. But when we do it, yeah, this is also a bit with the naming. You have normal and then normal random. Bit odd, but the normal random will vary the amplitude by a certain percentage. This one just a random number between 0 and 1, takes the square root of it, divides by -9, uses by 1, then multiplies the input. Yeah, okay. So essentially, it will add some noise onto the amplitude of this thing. Anyhow, what's being plotted here is the combined ECG. Um, but we could also plot it separately. Keep repeating it because I'm trying to think how to do it in a quicker, less painful way without breaking the bank, breaking the whole, but still function. Can't save this, but we probably start the new one because this one is being used. Add another one, version 2. Version 2. And that will be the prototype thing. Wrist works hurts when using the mouse. It's also biomedical engineering. If I do review different mice, I have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my desk that I keep alternating between. Also, every now and then, so there's like 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and I try switching between them as well. But yeah, it doesn't always work. My whole desktop is sitting upside down as I connect the USB. Right. My was slow to move here. Those mice with this, rolly balls. If they get some dirt in there or something, it looks clean. Up then you have to go settings and change because ideally when you just roll it once, it goes from one side of the screen to the other. But my screen is super wide, so I have to. So probably work on. Yeah, on my second screen, on the regular screen, it roughly does that. So when I just give it one push, it rolls from left to right all the way. But on this screen, it doesn't. It goes about half or so. This other mouse does better. It's a bigger. See what the pose looks like. Like, but not quite double, is it? But bigger. Yeah, I'll probably. Yeah, let me know if it's something of interest. I think it's still considering I have wrist pain and using different mice. I could do uh, reviews on those. Talk some more about them. Pa, 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 pa. Like, we'll copy and can we? What? Why? We have to move it down here for a second. Then should have more options. Oh, yes, sorry. Silly mistakes. We'll put it back there where it was. Have to open it and just save as another file. How could you forget that? So yeah, we get this funny interface when saving a file. So I'm gonna add additional copy and rename. But that's you have to rename it. You have to rename it. Okay. So this second one will also turn it into a get request. And yeah, so I wanted to split this waveform into its components. So the P will be one wave, then QRS peak an L wave, and the T wave will be separate. Then you'll have the space in between. Be 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. Is 5. Yeah, counted 4 before. There's things down. Can still hear something, but it's really quiet. Testing sound. Yeah, I did order a better microphone, but I haven't arrived yet. It's an Audio Technica. Good. I'll, uh, I'll try it out as soon as it arrives. Bum, 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 bum. Ideally, we should have like an option turning it on and off, splitting the waves or not. So we should have the whole waveform. Yeah, I can see a problem with doing that because the processing happening. It's happening after the 4 or 5 waveforms are being were combined together. So need restructuring of the whole algorithm. I don't really to do. When yes, with this ad of when I'm loading an ECG review, it gives me a cardiologist ad. That it give me an ad. It's a sort of mental quiz. I don't know what that is. Keeps giving that mental quiz. I'm not sure if the algorithm is actually picking up EEG as a thing. You need to spell out the whole what I might do it offline. Yeah, I was trying to actually get rid of ads like that. Wait, make this better. Video section. Did the what? Ah, Did I make a mistake? Ba-ba-bum. Close this. Ggen overview. Sin overview. With that you can get to it just by clicking on this, as you could in Labview, to actually open it from elsewhere. $50 by $150. Bigger on the Xbox side though. We go overview. Was also yeah, normally make updates like this only on Windows that I have just updated. That I made any changes to. Go back to the website. Yeah, I wish all the ads were like this. Yeah, I won't change this one for now. I wanted to add the spell out ECG in there. That cross coherence, which I like a lot. Responsive does the job. Is it clear though? In terms of what it's actually trying to do. To explain it somehow better. Um, right, so I was just saying we need to explain it in a better way. So if anyone has been great, give it a go. The case no label to it. Label. Spectrum, yes. Oh, and cross core here and a cross correlation and frequency where can't spell. Just put this in brackets. Cross is cross correlation and frequency. Put the reference for this. Oop. I'll have to finish this one. I'll come back online a bit later.